Get back.
We have families who need to go home. We have students who have school. By putting this at the very end, you guys are not encouraging participation.
Santa Ana residents have been engaging in intense debate on a number of hot-button issues. Among them is free speech and civic participation. At a city council meeting in early October, the mayor ordered a man to remove his hat cursing the police. He refused, and heated confrontations ensued. Other discussion centers around the police beating of an undocumented man this summer, in which the FBI has declared that police broke the law. The mayor, meanwhile, is under criminal investigation himself over a property swap with a city contractor. And a proposed homeless shelter site is also sparking intense debate. Many of these issues came to a head at the last council meeting on October 21st. It was one of the city's most heavily attended council meetings in years. Security was tight after a knife was found in the council chambers at the previous meeting.
You'll have to go outside and work for it.
What is that about? You know very well that I have worked for 4 months in this issue, and for you to stand here and tell me that I cannot come in here to be a speaker on my item, allow me to get in. You are 2 cowards to listen to what we have to say. No, it's not acceptable. You canceled my meeting 2 weeks ago over a stupid hat.
Outside, we have a public comment area with a camera set up so that when it does come to public speaking, if they choose to speak during public comments, we'll accommodate them as well.
The first issue up for debate was the homeless shelter. Residents and officials both agreed that more needed to be done to involve residents in the process.
I would like to deliver almost 1,200 signatures from community members who oppose the shelter near Kennedy School.
How are we going to put a homeless shelter right among, I don't know, 3,000 to 4,000 kids?
Massimo, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Oh, wow.
The shelter may not be perfect, but it will reduce those dangers for the people that want them.
Councilwoman Michelle Martinez openly criticized the city for not showing support in years past for a former bus terminal as a homeless shelter.
Shame on the city of Santa Ana for excluding that site, and it's unfortunate.
Council members ultimately took a mostly symbolic vote to support revoking their zoning approval of the shelter for 45 days. After the vote, however, the mayor skipped over the general public comments part of the meeting. Several residents who had come to the meeting to give general comments were not very happy.
Almost 8:30 and it hasn't even been done. I have to go take care of my kids and I don't have time to be paying a babysitter.
It's at the very end. I still have a lot of homework to do. I'm kind of hungry now. What they're doing now is that they're limiting civic participation in government.
They're trying to stop the community from talking about what happened 2 weeks ago. They're not talking about the investigation on the mayor, the report that by the city on the mayor. We want to make sure that everybody hears each other out. Why do we go in there and say we want to talk?
We all know it can end real late, so I think it'd be powerful if a student can go up and speak.
All right, so do we agree that we want the students to voice those concerns?
Yes. Yo nací con vos, me la quieren quitar, con leyes y amenazas, como quiera voy a cantar.
Get back.
So when you're looking at making sure that we have placemaking and you're wanting to make sure not have outside parking.
She's the only one. I know. She's the only one allowed behind the wall.
First Amendment right to be
Go
here,
back
sir.
behind the wall, please. Right back. Thank you.
I think it's
Appreciate that.
important look at the different treatments too.
Voices, sir.
Continue to say this and
We have families.
Time for public commentary.
You push everybody up from the homeless shelter because it made you look good by voting for something purely symbolic, but all these people are here for something real that's going to affect them in their lives, and you push them to the end. This is wrong!
Your interruption is wrong.
The democracy, take it or leave it.
We have families who need to go home. We have students who have school. Yet you guys put this at the very end. You sit there taking pride in the Sunshine Ordinance, yet you do not follow through with what the Sunshine Ordinance says. By putting this at the very end, you guys are not encouraging participation.
So let me see like a legit time frame.
The students they have school tomorrow. So I don't
Hang tight.
Hay 3 jóvenes que quieren hablar o 3 personas que quieren hablar.
¿Está bien con todos si ese es?
There's the Edgar Arzate case, there's the FBI investigation, there's the investigation of Miguel Pulido, the mayor broke the law. You know, all this stuff is being suppressed until after elections. There's various issues in our community that I feel like if they're not addressed, resentment sets in. And we want to make sure that they address the issues before things escalate and get worse.
All right, we're going to hear from 3 speakers. Please go ahead.
For us to improve that, we need to work together with the police department as well as the council and the residents. But if you implement this new rule of decorum, that would be kind of taking a step backwards from the Sunshine Ordinance.
And I also was offended by the fact that you left the public comments till the end. We're students also, again. We have homework, we have school. That man has the right to wear his hat because he has freedom of speech and of expression. You did not have the right to make him take off his hat.
The cancellation of the city council meeting was also a political distraction. That in closed session, it was being discussed, the internal investigation that the city did on the mayor, on the allegations of corruption. And that still hasn't been talked about. Still hasn't been brought up in the city meeting. They want to bring it up past the elections.
I was mad. I feel like they just did it to please the public, but they're not actually gonna take our opinions and process them and do something about it.
Did you get a chance to speak?
No, they didn't. Just as soon as they were done, they, went back to their bullshit.
He obviously has money coming from several different avenues. He makes what? How much does the mayor make from the city? Like $1,000 a month or something? They have to be sellouts.
Other residents see things differently. People like Connie Hamilton say the city's police have earned the respect of residents.
I mean, our lives are in their hands. And if they're not respected, what do we have? What do we have? I mean, it's ridiculous.
I commend this police force in the city of Santa Ana. I have lived here for 45 years, and my hat is off to Chief Rojas and his men. Freedom to speak applies to everyone in this chamber, not just a few who want to intimidate this council and stop me from speaking.
And I think that meetings would not be canceled if people participated in an orderly manner.
To yell, to scream, to have profanity on your shirt, yeah, you have the right, but doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Council members spoke about the need to balance their responsibility to govern the city with free speech rights.
We have to conduct the people's business, and when people get out of hand, we cannot just allow that to happen. Public comment should always be at the beginning. I will never support public comment. I've been fighting our mayor for the past 6 years on this issue, over and over.
If we have to want people, if we have to have stricter rules in order to conduct the city's business, that's what we have to do.
As an attorney and as an elected official, I took an oath to protect the Constitution of this state and the federal Constitution. I want to apologize to all of you and let you know that speech that we may not agree with, that may offend us and may be vile to us, is exactly what we're supposed to protect.
Yes.
It's exactly what we're supposed to protect.
The council is meeting again tonight, November 18th, to discuss several other hot issues. The homeless shelter is up for debate again, along with enforcement against medical marijuana dispensaries, and repealing the city's bike license law. Pedestrian safety is also likely to be discussed, after 3 girls were killed in a hit-and-run on Halloween. Residents are also likely to continue to weigh in on the council's efforts to establish new decorum rules. It all starts tonight at 5:45 p.m. at City Hall. A map is available in the description. For more news about hot-button issues in Orange County, you can follow Voice of OC on Facebook, Twitter, and our website.